free and bloody spur. We're not the kids that we once were. We can't be the adults we wanna be. Dreams are all you have. Dreams have held you back. Dreamers never live. Only dream of it. Dream cars, dream houses. Dream jobs, dream spouses. Dreams of tornadoes. Cities of emerald. And I know we slowly control ourselves. American dreams that live in cities. Our piece of the pie can fill our bellies. More square inches, picket fences, clothes on the line. That's at noontime. More of our fair share, more of our birthright, more of what we're doing. Vacation, more entertainment, more compensation, more Dorothy, wake up! Dorothy, wake up! Dorothy, wake up and stop the war! The devil is real and he knows my name. He can be lost and he made me cry. The taste of whiskey and the way I'm slowly marching to the. Hit me with another line of ivory. Snowstorm indoors and I can't see. You've got a for self-destruction and it looks like fun. Goddamn lean, I should be leaving. Truth is much more, I won't be breathing. My fucking.
Welcome to the Twist My Arm podcast. Get a perspective. Arguing about the game, the shows you love. Maybe learn something. This is the last podcast you'll ever need to hear. Twist my arm. Twist my arm podcast.
Want to be a part of the show? Email us your thoughts and opinions at twistmyarmpodcast@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook to access our listener polls. And
To the Twist My Arm podcast. My name is. This is the 420 episode, friends. We're getting high as fuck.
I'm watching.
My name is Josh. I'm your forever host and always friend. I'm joined today by my good friends Zimmer and. Can you not hear me?
you're coming in and out.
Oh yeah, I don't. It's because I'm going. It's probably this cable. It's probably just some shit. It happens. But yeah, joined by Zimmer and Disney. They are former Twist My Army members.
Twist my army.
Say hello.
Hello. Hello.
Say hello, Zimmer.
Hey all.
Into the mic.
Into the mic. How's it going, everybody?
It's like,
Zimmer was on the second ever Twist My Arm episode.
All the way back at that first
Jesus.
house you were here when living with Disney when I got here.
Yeah, Ash Street. It's no longer a house. That was a long time ago,
That was a long time ago.
but it was a great time, and it's to have you back.
Yeah.
Let me just do some adjustments here.
all right.
To be fair, aren't they all Star Wars episodes, Josh?
No, actually, they've been. God damn!
Don't
this
touch it.
cable is terrible. they have been divided into different different episodes now. So every other week is a Star Wars episode. So now, like this episode this week, this is a normal episode. Where we episode because always it's just it happens. I think I said to someone the other day on Discord that I was going to share my theory about something as well. Let me see if I can find that. I don't know. It was such a fucking like shameless promotion in my Discord channel for this game. Oh yeah, they were all arguing about how Rey is a clone, and so I said Rey is the literal light side of the Force. Want to know more? Check out the podcast tomorrow. So we have to at some point go into why I don't think Rey is a clone, but we'll save that for a later time. We're live on YouTube. Hello, thank you for
Messiah Lore, like Carnival.
Messiah. Do you have any music I can play yet?
We still just have those. I think I showed you once we had those recorded 2 practices, 2 rehearsals. But we
Okay.
don't have our
Okay.
our album, so we just tracked this weekend. So
Ooh, how did that go?
really good. Yeah, we got 9 songs and he's probably mixing them now.
Tight.
And I don't know, that'll be soon. So
Nice. That's way cool. What about you, buddy? What have you
4
been up to?
words: trash can go karts.
Would you like to know more? Yes. Tell me more about trash can go-karts, please.
So-
What brought this about? How did this happen? What's going on here?
So my buddy Micah and I, we were out on a job site. Apparently, a couple of tenants had completely ruined the place and left us a lot of their stuff behind. So they had a big trash pile out by the, main road. Well, I'm measuring these windows. We noticed that there's a go-kart sitting there. It doesn't look like it's ran in like 4 or 5 years. It's covered in rust. Well, we call the homeowner, because we're
Yeah.
there. Like, hey, so what's going on with this big pile of stuff out by the road?
Oh, shit. Give me 1 second here. Hello, you're on the Twist My Arm podcast. Who is this? Fucking Evan from Coachella. Hey, dude. I honestly didn't expect you to call. Evan is the co-host, the normal co-host on the show, and he's obviously in Coachella, so. How What kind of drink are you drinking? What you sipping on? Tequila. Just straight tequila? Nice.
Honestly speaking, how is the air? Like, you're from the Colorado area
yeah.
right now. You're in California right now. How do you feel about the air you're breathing right now?
I feel great. You must be a few tequilas in.
Desert.
Jesus. What are you, a wook? Camping at the festival? Jesus. Well, you have now. Okay, when does he play? Oh, nice. Tight. Fuck yeah, and you're there all weekend, right? We can tell, buddy. Nice. I said we can totally tell. I'm glad you're having a good time. Who else are you gonna see there besides Childish Gambino? Because I mean that's cool, but I'm about to judge you a little more. Tame Impala. Okay. Nope. I don't. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like 1975. Again. I don't know who that is. Most of the people you just named off, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And for Childish Gambino is Donald Glover. That's the guy. He's in Community, and he's also Lando in the Young Solo movie.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's also a comedian. He's just blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Who's the dude from Lethal Weapon that I'm now thinking that was?
Donald Yeah, you're right. Who is Matt? So he's cleaning out someone's yard, right? Doing some contracting. work
I
or
was
something?
doing a measure on some windows.
Oh,
that
okay,
we were
okay.
replacing.
And you found some garbage.
Oh, they had a bunch of stuff left over from the tenant piled up by the side of the road. And we noticed there's a really old go-kart sitting in there. So called the owner, asked if we could have it. So sure. Anything in that pile is yours. You want it. So we took
Nice.
it home. About 4 hours later, it ran. It's a death trap. It's a death trap, but it runs. And so we
That's
had
all
the
that
first
matters.
one, right? And it's covered in rust and it's too small. The steering wheel's broken. It has one
man.
tire that turns. All the goes. It goes.
That-
Stop cart.
No, the brakes aren't good.
That's why it's a trash can cart, right?
Yeah, it's a trash can cart. It's
Trash can
garbage.
go-kart?
Like,
I feel
and-
like we need to make a fucking thing out of this.
well, no, so no, that's the
Trash
thing.
can go-kart racing.
So finish. It's
Yeah,
gonna
okay.
get better from here.
Okay, go on.
So we got this one. It's bad. It's so bad. Oh man, it's a death trap. So we have to have two. I mean,
So you go get another trash can
what's
go-kart.
the good point? Like, what's the point of having one go kart? No, you need two. You got to race them, right?
Right.
So we get on, the garage sale sites, and I buy another one with a broken differential, tons of problems, way too small again, very uncomfortable to sit in. And so we spent last weekend tearing them apart with the metal grinder and the welder. Were you saying something?
Which Mario Kart character?
Oh, me.
For
Yoshi forever, man.
I get to be Princess Peach.
So I got these biker brothers out
Okay.
in the country, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they got a decent sized plot of land. Well, apparently they got all fired up and drunk on bourbon this weekend on
Shit.
Sunday. Where we
So
gonna
this
race
is
these
actually happening.
against ATVs and Harleys and dirt bikes
Oh,
and
so-
pit bikes and our trash
So
can
You-
go
dude,
karts.
You are gonna die then.
Yeah, no, I am. And what's fun about mine is I have absolutely no side in me. So
Well, it's been nice knowing you. Oh my god. Jesus. Jesus. A little attractive. Oh, Evan.
so they're wasted drunk then, right?
They're hammered. They're fucked up.
Valley girl. Do you have anything in it for weight?
Nice. This is great.
Find a couple bricks. Like just put a
Yeah,
brick
there you
in all
go.
four corners.
Oh, here we go.
Or three beautiful women.
Are
There
you about?
go,
Are you
three
about to be
beautiful
creepy?
women.
Don't be creepy, Evan. Valley girls. Woo!
So you have no intention of sleeping in your own tent.
None. Oh my god. We're gonna party hard with them.
You
gotta
You're
listen.
gonna pitch another tent.
A little bit straighter this time.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm sure it's a hell of a time. Were you here for time? He's having the time of his life.
But if I went, I would be a shithead.
Me too. Totally. I would just
Yup.
be obnoxiously fucked up.
Crowd surfing.
Yep. I wish I had a bumper for it, but I don't. Oh God, more Coachella stories. Here we go. Oh, you should have let him get it. Was it like a sexy dragon tattoo on the hip?
Like tramp
'Cause
stamp.
that would be awesome. Yes. Why did you talk out of what? So what? You should have.
Yeah,
You
the ti-
shoulda
the
let him
timing on
do
that
it.
would be pretty bad.
You should have let him do it.
Feel so dirty.
You'd
And
be taking him to the hospital in like
Ugh.
3 days. How long are you staying out there? Okay, more. Okay, Monday. Okay. Everyone's smoking weed.
my kind of place.
Wow.
That escalated very quickly.
Yeah, it really did. Oh my
Hello?
God, you're breaking up. So security. Okay, so just a little backstory. Matt he's a good friend of ours, and he is not the type of person to go and do that kind of thing. He's a very reserved kind of guy. You know what I mean?
How
Like-
many drinks in is he?
No shit. How much did you guys drink? You get some like Everclear involved or something? Like, oh my God. Because he's creeping out the spanker. How do you creep out the
Yeah, I was
spanker?
gonna say
bro?
you're making an
This is a
S&M
spank
Dom
key, you know?
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There's an achievement for that.
That's
Get a
that's what he
trophy later
thinks.
in life.
You know, he was so wasted though. He was probably seriously looking that dude in the eyes and being like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like,
How did your life come to this?
yeah, right. How's this? This thing is here. Twist this around like an emo singer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Should be good now.
Am I good now?
That's that sounds like
Duty.
oh my God. Oh yeah. I remember that one. Yeah, yep. Okay, dude, it sounds like a great time. I hate to cut you short, but we're gonna move on to some stuff here. Yeah, it's great to hear from you. Yes.
That's awesome. Evan, I have a quick
Yes.
request before you go.
Wait. Disney has a request before you go.
It's very important, and I'll get shit for this. If you run into Chanel West Coast, tell her I said hi.
Oh, Chanel West Coast. Disney says what's up. Holy
Chanel
shit.
West Coast, yeah.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Peace.
have a good time. All right, that was Evan. He was the co-host of the show. He's a riot. He's
Called it.
he's got to be
Called
wasted
it.
right now.
Today's the day.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. So we talked about go-kart, trash can go-karts. We talked about your new band. Where are we going to next? Oh my God. Looks like we got another caller calling in. Hold up. Hello, you're on the Twist My Arm podcast. Who is this? Can you do me a favor and turn down the YouTube video in the background? Yes. Who is this? Okay. All right. Okay. Sounds like it's someone from Nebraska. It's a 402 number. So. Yep. You can't hear us? You can't hear the conversation? Oh.
Your conversations about Coachella at all.
You know what
Like,
happened
I
is
can hear
I
what you
didn't.
guys are saying,
It's
but
fine.
not the
So
people.
so here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have to just go on Monday to our SoundCloud episode with the edited version and check it out. So I fucked up because
Oh, okay.
listen, today's our 420 episode. So we've been smoking. I ate some edibles. I'm like really high right now, and I forgot to turn up the mic on the phone.
Of course you did.
You're
Of course
fired.
you did.
Okay.
Sorry, Evan.
I just
Bro,
wanted to
that
let you know.
sucks.
And my question
Okay,
is for the guy in the middle. Does he have a death wish?
for the go-karts,
Is he trying to die? Yeah. What the fuck?
let's answer this one.
It survived for 5 minutes down the street in the snow.
That works, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and say my brother
All right.
also drove this go-kart and deemed it fundamentally sound to race for at least 5 minutes. I went to a professional actual go-karting track where they do like 60-mile-an-hour track regulated go-karts. It's
Uh-huh.
cool. I'm going there this summer for sure. It's like $50.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Anyways,
Hell
but they told me
yes.
I could not drive their garbage on their track. Well, my garbage on their tracks.
Okay.
They were
alright.
definitely like I asked. They were like, no.
Anyways, I just
Excellent.
wanted to let you guys know that
Thanks.
yes, but you guys have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Someone said bye, Brian. It was a man. Who was that? I heard it. I'm gonna find you in editing, I promise. But with that, we're gonna move on to this thing here. Like 420, because it's a good time.
And
There'll
buy
be-
way more than you need because
I feel like
why
we should
not?
do a little game. And if you can tell me how many pipes I smoke out of by the end of the episode, I'll give you a hug or something. If you can tell me how many pipes I smoke out of by the okay. Basically, like I said, we talk about something that like a show we watched or a game we played or something like that that we either really liked or we really hated, and just give it a little shout out. So I'm going to it's a fantastic platforms at this
How'd they get
point, so,
Rayman and Hellboy? Like, how'd they do that?
I think
Those are
whoever
licensed
owns
individuals.
Rayman owns that game now.
Oh, that's fair.
So that's how that happened.
And probably Hellboy as well.
The rights,
'cause
I believe, to yeah.
that makes sense.
But it's super fun, and you know, right now it's been a lot more fun because I downloaded this game on PS4 like a few months back. Me and the old co-host Jesse, we played it for a while and got like really good at it, and then they just released it on the Switch, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this shit, and so I get it, and I realized that everyone that's playing right now, like no one doing, and so I was wrecking people. Like straight up wrecking fools. It was not fair. Like half the time people I felt kind of bad, but at the same time I about it because
Dominator.
I'm not really very good to be kicking so much ass. It's nice. Although now at this point they are catching on to my tricks and they're doing the same things that you know you do when you get to know the game and the mechanics and stuff. And I'm not gonna spoil that just in case you want to fight me. I couldn't win anymore. But I highly recommend checking it out. It is free. You basically the free version you get a select amount of characters for the week. You get to play with those characters, and then after every 7 days, it switches to a new set of characters. You earn gold coins, so you can permanently unlock characters that you really like. It's not like it takes forever to farm those coins. It's pretty quick, especially if you're going back and forth between characters.
And it's only like $20 to buy all of the
It is.
characters.
It's really cheap. But here's the thing: once you buy it, you get put in like a separate class. And so like when I bought things on PlayStation,
Tell me more.
so on PlayStation, it even started once I started purchasing characters just with the gold coins. Like once I started having like permanently unlocked characters, I got put in like a new fucking server where people have been playing for you get put into a higher rank or something like that, and so then people kind of waste you.
My like second match, I was like, it's only like what, $20? I could play as all of the characters because I was like, instantly I started playing that game and I was like, okay, this guy's cool. All right, that guy's cool. Why can't I play those other people over there?
Knocking over
Sorry.
Kylo Ren? No, it's
Same.
he's got the
Lando must have
toys.
pissed off Chewie there.
He must have.
Get a full on tackle like that.
But yeah, I was like,
Lando's
okay,
too much
$20.
Colt
That's
45.
not bad. Why not?
Did
I
you-
like this game enough that I'd play it for
Did you buy it?
$20. So yeah, I bought that.
Nice.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Nobody ever said I was frugal.
It's true.
Reckless.
True.
It's called broke.
What's your favorite character?
I mean, the pirate.
Thatch.
of
Okay.
course.
Yeah.
That's a child.
No, I think
person.
I saw
No,
my
it's
drunk in
people.
the
It's
parking
probably
lot.
people outside.
It's a
It's
baby person.
Coachella.
This happens. Yeah, this happens all the time. People will walk by and be like, they're talking really loud. But my what's his name? He's a little green alien, and he's got these two little guns. Zorg, I think, or something like that.
All right.
But if you turn him, you can change his colors, like to green, to teal, to red, to brown, to like yellow, to all these different colors. And so I always put him on brown because he reminds me of a fucking Klingon, and he's badass. That's right. I made a Star Trek reference. That's cool. I can do that.
As a strategy, I've abandoned my
I don't know
main
what that
hand
is.
weapon when I get the guns for the sword because it does better long range damage and knocks people off the map easier.
Okay.
What
tight.
does mess me up is the ABXY movement. I don't like that. Like,
Damn, I
how
feel
that-
so bad, Evan. I hope you're not watching right now because I totally cut you off. Sorry, I just had to reiterate. My bad.
you're good.
I feel bad. I'm high.
As well.
All right.
Disney, do you have anything for the? I'm sorry, I totally cut
do.
you off. What? Let's calm down
Forgot
here.
that one.
Yeah, Jesus, plateaued. I just fuck.
It's short and quick. I'll put a little bit of a
Hmm.
prelude on it.
Okay.
Where I found it really weird. I've known this already, but I was like, nobody gives two craps about. I think it was a crap, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm like, they got some shit on the horizon. I'm like, one, the Lord of the Rings things, but that's gonna be a while yet. I'm excited
I
about
think
that.
2021
And
is
I
when
knew
it's supposed
Good
to.
Omens.
Yeah. Okay.
First book from my favorite author, Neil Gaiman, who did American Gods.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
doing Good Omens, and that starts in May. And I just saw a preview for this other show I never heard of. Like, it was a comic too that I didn't know called The Boys.
Oh,
And it looks
I've seen that.
Fucking awesome.
It does look good.
Yeah. So
When
you
does that
see-
come out? I don't
Soon,
remember.
really soon. I think also
Okay.
in May.
And
But
it's
anyway,
Amazon Prime.
my point is like Amazon Prime is and that's because I've never cared about Amazon Prime.
I think Lord of the Rings is going to be good for them
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
why I'm probably gonna get air for like 2 more years.
Yeah,
But
but
it took me a straight minute to realize you weren't talking about a shipping service.
Oh no, their streaming service.
What? Their TV?
yeah, you can. I
I've
don't.
had it forever, but there's nothing.
I feel like
Man
they
in the
came
High
in.
Castle I've heard of. I think people like that.
Okay,
But they've never really competed, I don't think, with like Netflix. Who does?
I feel like they came in so late.
I don't
like
think it's ever too late.
Amazon Prime
Disney's
did.
coming on the horizon. They're gonna
Yeah, but I mean,
they're gonna be limited though. But
Disney has Fox and all of their cartoons and all of Star Wars and Marvel and every TV show, ABC, ESPN. I mean, they have everything.
their streaming services will be pretty stacked right off the bat.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I-
not to mention they own part of Hulu.
it's not gonna dominate. People are like, oh, Netflix is in trouble. It's like Netflix is not in trouble. man.
No,
But who
no,
expected
Disney
Amazon
costs
Prime?
$7 a month.
Yeah.
That's
It's
nothing.
boring as fuck. They're getting rid of like all the good shit.
What?
What?
Netflix?
Yeah, like I seriously only open
Well,
Netflix to like
really?
watch old
Netflix.
Marvel movies.
Netflix
Better
just
than
raised
Hulu.
their prices. I don't know if you noticed that. Netflix
No.
raised their prices, and yeah, all of the stuff that was on that's Disney's, they're taking off of
Oh,
Netflix.
right,
It's going to be
right.
gone.
Which-
So, which is a lot of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which sucks. But
we knew it was coming.
yeah, oh yeah.
Everybody knew it was coming.
And the Plus service is going to be tight.
Mm.
I think that shit's going to be really cool. And if they can pull off the Hulu thing and do the live streaming stuff, then they got all the sports things on lock.
Yeah.
with ESPN and ABC, and
It's a bummer to see some of those. There was a couple of those.
I mean now they own Fox and FX and all that shit. So
Have you ever played Monopoly?
I lose every time. That's why I don't work for Disney.
As long as Disney keeps doing it good, though, I mean, I'm not gonna bitch. I mean, a couple of those Marvel shows that ended on Netflix, like Punisher, was awesome. You know,
Ugh, I'm so
and I
sad
don't even
about
watch a
that.
lot of that. I don't think a lot of it's cheesy, but Punisher was great.
Well, I don't think they're bringing those back
I
either.
bet they will. They'll probably. I mean, it'll be a reboot, but
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, they said they weren't going to, but
Really?
that's what they
yeah,
say.
maybe it'll be a couple of years. But come
Ow.
on, that's like guaranteed viewership,
Yeah,
unless they don't want to get that because it was pretty brutal.
it was, but they have a Falcon Winter Soldier series coming out for Disney Plus. They have a Scarlet Witch and Vision series coming out, which is probably going to be some fucking. It's going to be Disney soap opera. basically. I mean, they have a lot. The Mandalorian is coming out for Disney Plus.
That looks cool.
Yeah, hopefully will be cool.
Rebels will be on Disney Plus. Like all the Star Wars shit will be there, which I mean, obviously, I gotta get that. So I don't know. Did you see the preview for Mandalorian? That's actually my other quick choice. What a segue that was. So Mandalorian, did you see the preview for that shit?
I did.
Did you see that?
I can't remember. I think I did.
Disney's getting contact high.
Yeah, probably will be.
You can't talk to a bunch of stoned people without like feeling stoned yourself. Like, fuck, am I this retarded? Jesus.
So yeah, The Mandalorian looks really cool. Directed by Jon Favreau, produced by Dave Filoni, and also directed a few episodes. Dave Filoni is the guy that does all of the Clone Wars and Rebels and all of the animated Star Wars things.
Jon Favreau's got a little experience.
He's got a good amount of experience for
He's
sure.
okay.
He did the Iron Mans. He's Happy Hogan in Iron Man and Avengers. That's who Jon Favreau is. So, yeah, I'm excited to see who, what's his name, Pablo something.
Yeah, I know you're talking.
Is the Mandalorian, the guy who's playing.
That guy's awesome. So.
I think I'm figuring this out.
And then they have the guy who directed Thor, Taika Waititi. He's playing IG-88. He's the voice of IG-88, which is awesome that they're bringing that sort of thing into it.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll bring in Dengar and maybe Bosk
You know how
and
I feel
some of
about
those other
Dengar.
people. Yeah, I know you don't like Dengar, but Dengar
do to
is
you?
cool. He saved the
IG-88's
Fett.
cool.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think
Fight
Dengar
you.
was cooler.
Log on to Brochella and fight you.
Oh man, it's gotten to that already. God, I feel so bad. I'm gonna have to. Sorry, Evan. I'm excited for that. It's coming out in the fall, so I'm assuming it's gonna pop on right when Disney Plus starts, which is I think November is what they said, November or something like that. So
It's one of their kickoff shows.
yeah,
They
for
need
sure.
Something big to launch it with. I think.
And that's something big to launch that shit with. I mean, I will be getting Disney Plus for that. I mean, a ton of other Star Wars fans, whether they like it or not, they're gonna get Disney Plus even for that free week just to see The Mandalorian. I mean, it's gonna happen.
I can
so.
pretend like I'm not going to pay that money, but ultimately,
I know
I'm
you're
gonna
talking
pretty
shit
cheap
like
money.
an extra $7.
For another streaming service.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I
you
know.
know
I'm
you
gonna
are.
fucking want to watch that.
Once you see all your favorite old cartoons are on there and shit.
Oh yeah, and Kelly's a Star Wars nerd too.
Yeah,
I mean,
see,
As
that's
long
how
as
it
Snow
goes.
White and Cinderella. are
Well,
on
I
that,
mean,
man.
we have that 7,542 piece Lego Millennium Falcon right next to the main TV in the living room.
Oh my god,
Nice.
you should have brought that to display on the thing here.
No, dude, I don't transport
And I
that
was
thing. I
gonna
have
say,
no
what's
idea
the
how I'm gonna
transport of
move it
giant
when I have
Lego?
to.
Did you
move.
ever
I have no
see
idea.
that? Did you ever see that video of Harrison Ford when it's like on Jimmy Kimmel or something, and they're like, "We wanted to bring you a special gift, Harrison," and they bring him out the Lego Millennium Falcon, and they hand it to him, and like, ha ha, and just like throws it up in the air, and it just shatters everywhere, and they're like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," just in the most Harrison Ford way. Such a dick about it, but
It legitimately took me 21 hours to build that thing.
like straight. Did you go straight?
No, I split it up over 4
Okay.
days.
Okay,
but,
okay.
I mean, I put an extensive amount of effort into putting that damn thing back together.
Yeah. Yeah, no thanks. I hear they Celebration. See, last week on the show was our Star Wars episode, and we talked about a little bit about Celebration. But we do this every Friday, and so Celebration started on Friday, and we only really got to talk about the trailer. Which, I mean, come on, that trailer was fucking awesome. But there was also, you had the Vader Immortal game that got the trailer that looked cool, the VR game.
That makes me consider investing in a VR system
for
because
sure.
that looked fun as shit.
It did. Vader Immortal. Then you had Jedi Fallen Order, which EA promises it's going to be a first-person adventure game with no microtransactions. Which, praise the Lord. So they had those two things. They had the
So you think
Mandalorian
they're
panel,
gonna go like Knights of the Old Republic style with that then?
probably, or
Okay, like-
Force Unleashed kind of style.
Now, Force Unleashed was more of a God of War. I think they're trying to go for more of a storyline game if they're saying like no microtransactions and
Yeah.
everything.
I mean, it could be if they're. I don't know if they're going like full on RPG, because it looks like it's an action, like you're always running and there's no like stopping battles or anything like that. But I mean, we'll see. We only really got a brief glimpse of it. If you can check out the trailers, go on YouTube, which you're on YouTube right now. Go on YouTube and look
After the
for
show, of course.
yeah, look for Mandalorian and basically just search Star Wars Celebration. There was actually like five Clone Wars clips during their panel of Celebration, and I teared up a little bit. I love me some Clone Wars. It's some good shit. I hated it at first, but it grew on me.
I just hate that they
Yeah,
cancel
I have a
things
hard
Clone
time
Wars.
getting into it.
Did you?
Yeah, I still have made it into it early. I just a few episodes and I was just like, damn, I am too old for this shit.
There are some really good episodes. What did you notice? Let's start with Disney. What did you see from last weekend that you were most excited about from Celebration of everything that I just named?
I mean, to me, it's all about that damn trailer I've been whining about for months.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, that's as sad and petty as that is. I'm like, just show me the friggin' trailer.
And it did not disappoint.
No, not at all.
Um,
Super stoked. I should have
speaking of crying.
never went to the comments, but like,
Oh god, I didn't go
I
to the
get
comments
so
at
tired
all.
of Star Wars people.
You fucking ruined it.
I hate Star Wars fans. They're the worst.
You're still gonna go pay for it. You're still gonna go see it. Shut up.
I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, you say it. Never mind.
No, to the people
Fans.
out there, you're
the
still gonna go
fanboys,
see it.
yeah.
You
Like,
know,
go
I've
fuck
actually
off.
jumped on the Stargate bandwagon.
Yeah,
I dropped both the Trek and the Wars.
and the wars. It's all
Going for
right.
The Gate seems more
It's all right.
logical to me. A lot of science there.
Yeah, I guess it's better to be a gatekeeper than a Trekkie.
Keymaster?
I don't know.
Nerd.
I don't
I
know.
don't know
What do they call?
Muzzle wear glasses. No.
Are you guys called gaties? Because you got Star Wars fans, you got Trekkies and gaties. Is that what it is? Like Star gaties?
That even makes sense.
Kind of does.
You're high.
They
I
still
am.
make Stargate. Stargate's still a show, by the way. Is it like
No, I
No.
don't think
is that
so.
long done?
Yeah.
Well, there's like 47 seasons and
10
9
seasons
different. Like,
and like 4 different variations of it, spanning probably about 20 seasons, roughly like 57 straight hours of television. I think
Jesus.
I just saw the movie. Like
doing
back
it for
in
the 5th time.
1928.
1928 is that?
That movie is a long time ago.
It was for sure. So the last thing I want to talk about for the quick twist, which I know you guys are both into it as well. Game of Thrones.
Never heard of it.
Jon Snow fucked his aunt.
This is a total spoiler podcast, by the way. If you didn't, it's the spoiler pod. From here on out, probably the next 10, 15 minutes, it's going to be very spoilery from Game of Thrones. So if you don't want to see that, then come back in a little bit. But let's talk about episode 1. Disney.
Hi.
What was your favorite part of the episode?
Well, I mean,
By this time, everyone
Yeah,
has hopefully seen it.
the
But
episode's exactly what it needed to be. It was a real setup for the season. You know, they really displayed and set up all the conflicts right off the bat.
sure.
So there wasn't any these really big things that well, there were some, but like nothing that really huge that happened.
Right.
Sometimes there is. Sometimes season 1 does something crushing right at the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
But I felt it was pretty reserved and just set up a lot of story for all right, here's what we're resolving this season. With the, it's not just
Sure.
gonna be a 6-episode war with the dead.
Right. What did you think, Zimmer, about this episode?
My favorite part was probably the interaction between Arya and Gendry.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, like, made you realize that Arya might still be human.
Right.
Like, I don't fully understand what happened with that many-faced god, but like, how do you get out of shit like that? 'Cause, like, how do you get out of? She got out of shit like that,
Yeah, and they kind of just left that unresolved.
right? So,
But-
and like for the first time since, I mean,
Did she
way
ever really
back
finish
when,
that training though?
She didn't though.
Did she ever really become a faceless?
No, because the last
She's got a bag
conversation-
full of faces.
Yeah, but that
She
doesn't mean
does.
shit. Asajj
She's
Ventress
straight
could
done it.
Asajj Ventress
Like,
could
I mean-
use a lightsaber, but she didn't really know how to use the Force that well. I
Her
mean,
la-
she could, but wasn't crazy.
Her last conversation with what's his balls, like
General
the
Grievous
guy.
will do that.
I can't remember his name. Like,
Gendry.
no, the guy in the temple of the many-faced god, the
Oh,
guy training her.
The long-haired dude,
When she straight up says-
Sunshine.
when he made a comment about,
Jack and Hagar.
there you go.
Wow. God
He made a
damn.
comment about no one, and she's like,
Thanks for coming on the show.
and she said, "I'm Arya Stark,"
Uh-huh.
and then he smirked. He kind of smiled. He realized, she's like,
She
nah,
is
I
yeah,
am somebody later, dude.
Right.
And he was fine with it. He
right.
just kind of grinned.
And he let it
Even
happen.
though she just killed his helper, and now he's poor him by himself.
Yeah, he's like, I'll
He
find a
had
new
to
helper.
have
But it was
let her
resolved, I
go,
think.
though. He
Well, yeah.
had
Well,
to
yeah,
let
he
her
did.
go.
He could have killed her.
Could have, but she wasn't trying to become a.
But now she can just do that shit on a
Anyway,
whim. She
I know.
threatened
No, she's-
fucking Sansa with it. She's like, I cut your face off. I can be Lady of Winterfell. But why the fuck do I want to do that? I don't wear
Yeah,
a
but-
dress.
You know what I want to know is where's Littlefinger's face?
Dead. He motherfucking got murdered.
Yeah, but where's his face?
Oh, where is his face?
Yeah.
Ass.
Oh,
How
she
she-
totally took that shit.
How's she gonna use that shit to kill Cersei later? Oh yeah. Sorry.
Like, mind blown. I hadn't even considered that option yet. I like haven't had time to think about that.
Yeah,
I always
Holy
nitpick
crap,
the
that is a
details.
revelation right there.
it's either that or
Spoiler
Jamie.
alert.
It's gonna be that or Jamie. Like Jamie will die, and she'll take his fucking face and then go back to Cersei.
I always nitpick of that. Like, okay, just you have someone's face, so now you can sound like them, and you're like 3 feet tall. Like,
I
how can
know,
you be like,
I know, it's
I'm the
hilarious.
hound. Like, how is
Arya's
that?
threat level just went from like a 7 to like a 15.
Right.
Like, I totally didn't even think that about that character anymore. Oh wow.
She's badass.
Yeah.
Fucking unstoppable.
She's a bitch, though.
Unstoppable.
All Stark women are bitches. I mean, I sound so
It's
misogynist
true.
right there.
It's,
but
I
no,
mean, they're
they're
very
awful,
they're
these-
vicious.
these
They're very vicious.
women.
Um,
But I guess it's Western. You kind of have to be.
I think my favorite scene of this whole episode was John and Arya meeting again.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
That reunion. Speaking of crying, why am I always crying? You're a
bitch.
I'm an emotional kid.
Your emo as fuck.
But no, that was such a sweet scene. Like just him, because he's like, I haven't seen you in years. I thought you were dead. I mean, it was even touching with when he saw Bran. That was
Mhm.
kind of cool.
Yeah, and then like
But-
Bran's reaction is like,
But he killed it. Yeah.
fuck, and he's like,
Bran's like,
I hate
whatever. And you're like,
nobody likes Bran.
"Ugh, never mind. I thought that was gonna be good, but
I like how everybody hates him now.
The brand
The
stare.
creepy,
Yeah.
creepy, gawking.
let's
weirdo.
talk about Bran for a second. That motherfucker was everywhere. Like he every time
I
they
know
turned
all.
around.
I am all.
Yeah. Every time they turned around, he'd just be like,
just
And then-
stop it.
and then
Creep
that-
everybody
Just pissed
out.
myself.
that one scene at the end when the guy walks by him and they're like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm waiting for an old friend.
I didn't catch that
And then-
at first.
And then Jamie comes up and you're just like, oh
that was a
shit.
killer ending. I thought that was
Last
great.
time
Yeah,
I
it
saw
was.
you, you were fucking your sister and pushing me out a window.
Yeah. I liked the memes that came out of that, especially the one that was like, oh man, what something about your legs or something. And he's like, I could really use a hand.
Yeah. And some where it was Dwight from The Office, and it just like everyone in Westeros, and they're like, what?
With-
was behind him,
he's like,
And then the next
"Fuck."
one was like, fuck. Like, it's totally true. Just
Every
everywhere,
time,
staring
yeah.
at everybody.
I also really liked the scene of the dragons when they rode the dragons.
A little corny.
It was
It's a little bit How to Train Your Dragon-y.
the cinematography was a little lame too, but it was like
funny.
it was a revelation of a moment
yeah.
because nobody but Targaryens ride dragons.
Right.
Like, so
Daenerys must not know that or something.
she
She
has
didn't,
to
she
know.
didn't
If
seem
she,
to even think about it, like
well, she's pretty sure her family's
Yeah.
pretty used to incest, isn't it?
yeah, it was a normal thing with the Targaryens.
So, like,
the
she's like-
dragons seem to have weird things. You see the dragons look at
Yeah,
John all like,
yeah.
"Oh,
She's
what you
already
doing,
fucked
dude?"
her brother.
Well, would you consider that sex or would you consider that rape? Because I'm pretty sure that guy was a douche.
What's that?
And
Oh,
she would have never,
brother?
yeah,
Like,
she would have
really?
never willfully done that. That
So-
poor girl was,
Okay, so-
that poor girl went through some shit.
I agree with that. No, I agree with that. But the fact of the matter is, she has still slept with her brother.
Right. And so I would say more so the brother's more fucked up and that he cares,
I
or
never
he
knew
doesn't
that.
care about the incest
So
on
now
it.
her brother
I never
and
caught
her
that they
nephew.
ever were together.
And the what?
Her brother and her nephew.
Yeah, she just keeps it in the family.
She fucks the dragons too, dude.
They were in it, man.
Fucking dragons. Would you fuck a dragon?
No, I
Fuck a
would not try to fuck
I
a
feel like-
dragon.
I'll
That
tell
sounds
you
like
what.
some straight Steve Irwin shit.
I tell you what, if Daenerys
Oh,
was my aunt, I'd fuck her.
As
So
a
I don't even
dra-
give a shit.
Oh, Daenerys.
Oh my god.
I thought you said a dragon. You said fuck a
Fucking
dragon.
dragon too.
Not a dragon queen.
Fuck all kinds of shit.
So I would not do that to a dragon. Mainly because I feel like it would probably hurt.
Yeah, yeah. That's
And
the number one reason.
also because I would feel very inept.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
I feel like to a dragon. And I wouldn't want to.
I didn't expect this to go into a
To go-
conversation. I guess I should.
I
go
think
anywhere
the
else.
dragon like is completely hypothetical. So I mean, maybe you would.
You're talking
maybe
about
you wouldn't be.
You talking about a street dragon?
No.
You know them
Dirty
street
We're bringing
dragons.
this to life as we speak. Like it was just banter, and then now here it
This
is.
is how
a
these
fully
go, man.
formed idea,
This is how these go. Street
which
dragons.
we're not better for having.
I'm also writing this down and renaming this episode "Twist My Street Dragon." So,
Oh man.
back to Game of Thrones. What do you think about the whole Sansa Daenerys thing?
Kind of expected it.
Sure.
I mean,
Do you
Sansa's
think
kind of a
anyone's-
bitch? And I know how she's like, even with John, she's like a real, and not just she's a bitch. I mean, I get it. She's just has a really different outlook, and she's really a lot like all the people of the North are really not cool with
Right.
Daenerys
They don't
being
like
there.
outsiders.
But it's so ridiculous because as Jon Snow and Tyrion both tried to say, it's like, yeah, we know, but do you not realize this fucking dead army is, you know what I mean?
Right.
Set all this bullshit aside. We need this other thing, like, and it's that simple. But like, people are so stubborn. No, sorry,
Let's go.
people are just so stubborn. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like
It's true, and they're very like hateful towards the outside world too.
Yeah, I've been at the mercy of a woman who believes she has power over me before, kind of thing. Like, not
Yeah.
again. Like, fuck
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah. I just hope they don't try and plot against each other. Cause you know how that's how that shit goes. I
I'd
mean,
be more worried about.
I think the next episode, because the White Walkers have already passed through Last
Sansa's
Earth.
dead. She ain't
Probably.
gonna make it through that.
I could see that. But whoa, hello neighbors. But they made it through Last Earth or whatever that place is called, which is really close to Winterfell. And Tormund, who luckily is alive, thank God. I
Yay.
loved his line too, where
He's the
they're like,
best.
"He's got fucking blue eyes," and he's like, "I've always had blue eyes." I really liked that scene. That was hilarious.
I
They're
am glad he's alive. I was
Yeah.
excited to see that
I was
he's
pretty
still alive.
sure he
I
was
wasn't sure
alive,
at the
but-
end of 7. I was just like,
I mean,
well,
like,
he
you
it could
can't.
go either way. but
Yeah.
yeah, that guy's awesome.
I
The
wouldn't think
big
they'd kill him
woman.
off that vaguely. I was
Yeah,
pretty
for
he'd
sure.
die.
And it's good that he's gonna join them, but he's gonna I really think that he's gonna join up with them
Oh, he's dead too.
at the end of this next episode, or he's gonna come in and kind of save things, but he's gonna die in the process.
Am
Because I really think the Night King is gonna invade Winterfell in the next episode, and like Tormund's gonna come in at the end, come from behind, and maybe kill one of his officers or something in the process. Kind of distract everything. It'll kill a ton of the army off. So then they realize they have to kill the officers. Blah blah blah. God, if I just spoiled episode 2 for you guys, I'm really sorry.
You're just throwing out theories.
But it is nice to see that he's alive, even though it'll be very short lived. I
think he'll
feel
survive solely for the fact that he's really the only nameable wildling at this point.
maybe Brienne will
The
save
only
him.
free folk that's left. You know,
The big one, the big woman will save him.
that'd be tight.
He is a great character.
How
though.
amazing would it be if she like saves him and then like cradles him out of the battlefield?
The Viper was also a great character who like really stood up for like women and like was trying to punish a bad man, and he got his fucking head crushed
Yeah, that's true.
in the same season. Like,
By
That's
his own arrogance.
yeah.
and he
I
was an
know.
awesome character. He was like,
I know it is sad.
and he was a better warrior, but he was too cocky and got his face crushed.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
I love that dude though. He was a good
Yeah, he was a good dude.
Do you really think
His
that Bronn?
Family's fucked up.
You really
but-
think Bronn's gonna kill him? You think Bronn's gonna kill Tyrion and Jamie?
I definitely do not think that.
Even for a
Mm,
shit
no.
ton of
He
gold?
doesn't give a shit. I mean, he always says that, but I think
I know
that's-
what an
that's his deal,
ironic
though.
twist of
he
fate
really likes
for
both
him.
those dudes. I don't
I
think
know.
he'd kill either one, even for the other one. You know, he'll help out, but
How crazy is that though? That he's always just talked about money, and then once all the money in the world is put in his
Yeah.
face,
it would break my heart. But no, Bronn's like one of my favorite characters. I think he'll.
That's not all the money in the world. It's just the queen's favor.
which is a lot of money.
Look at what the queen's done to the people closest to her since
No, yeah.
he's begun to know her.
Yeah,
Like all of, like the mountain is now a zombie, like somehow like a walking suit of undead armor.
yeah, yeah,
This is all I've pretty much gathered out of that dude. He's incapable of communication, but
yeah.
somehow recognizes the hound, or does he? You're not really ever sure.
Maybe.
I'm
I'm looking forward to
but-
that showdown. By the
I
way.
loved that scene in the
the
last
Hound and the Mountain.
season.
They're gonna have their final showdown.
Doesn't he
and-
say he's like, "You're so fucking ugly," like stands right in
God,
his
you're
face.
even fuckly and uglier than I am. now.
Yeah, yeah,
What the fuck did they do to you?
yeah. Oh, it's so
Cunt.
good. Yeah, that guy. Oh my god. And the Hound and Arya's reunion was really cool. It was interesting.
It was exactly what
You left me for
too.
dead, but first I robbed you.
It was,
You're a cold bitch.
Respect.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was like that. I
No
think that was
shit.
perfect. I mean, the Hound's come around. He's come
I
a long
think-
way, but
so-
he's still a Hound. You know.
I actually got in an argument with my cousin about this recently about how I really think the Hound did die on that mountainside, but then when he came back, he was Sigor Clegane again.
Lord of Light shit.
Yeah, like
There was
he
no-
Slightly unexplainable.
kind of and like his former self, he kind of shed his former self, and he became kind of a better person over that whole experience that he had with that little
Humbled
family.
by life.
Yeah, and like building the houses with people and like just kind of taking it easy and just finding himself again. I
Yeah.
really think that he shed that hound skin and that he's kind of a new person.
He's speaking symbolically. 'cause
Exactly.
I don't think he really died.
No. He
I don't
didn't.
think
He
you're
didn't.
saying he
He
died,
didn't really
he
die.
brought
I'm
it
saying
back.
that
He
the
got a
hound,
damn
like
sword through the heart.
metaphorically,
totally.
that dude died. So
Yeah. I always thought that little introduction into that group and
Mm.
that dude, that I forget his name, the guy from Deadwood that ran that
Lord of Light.
little commune. That,
Oh right.
that found him
With the
and
flaming swords.
no,
No.
the
It's like
little hippie commune that found the Hound.
yeah, and he's like helping him build houses and
yeah,
shit.
nursed him back. And it was a-
Murdered was his name. He was never a valuable
He did.
character in the story.
They
like-
were in one episode, and it was
Yeah.
this really short-lived introduction and kill off, and it always annoyed me a little bit. But
Right.
it was important because I think, like you just said, that was
It was
Hound
like his
saw
redemption.
There's redemption. Yeah, 'cause
and those are people that
And the
go
dude
too
was all
slow
murdered
in the
anyway.
left lane.
Gosh, I have all these notes here.
Too
think-
bad you can't read.
I think we covered most of this episode. It's a good breakdown. I do want to start for the last 5 episodes of Game of Thrones. I want to do a actual Game of Thrones podcast where we seriously break it down and have like a good talk about it. We've gone on about episode 1 right now. I know there'll be a lot more to discuss after episode 2. So maybe we can tag that on. Me and Kylie will get in on it or something, and we'll tack it on to the next episode. Speaking of that, this episode on SoundCloud, not only will it have Evan on it, and you can hear the Coachella thing. Sorry about that again. Jesus. Fucking amateur hour over here. But
Were you high?
Easily amateur hour.
But not only can you hear Evan, but I have a really fun interview with this band called the Midnight Devils from Omaha. They're so much fun. And I'm going to be tacking that on to the end of this episode. For right now, we are going to take a quick break so I can get my shit together.
He's gonna forget more than he ever knew.
and we'll be right back. I'm going to play some songs here from the...
Remember how he promised you a hug over all those pipes? Are you still counting?
He's still counting? Yeah. So we'll be right back. This is from the TMA playlist. Yeah.
The devil is real and he knows my name. He can be lost and he made me cry. The taste of whiskey and the way I'm slowly marching to the... Hit me with another line of ivory, snowstorm indoors and I can't see. You've got a self-destruction and it looks like fun. Goddamn lead, I should be leaving. Truth is much more, I won't be breathing. My fucking demons like the taste, let's pour another one. Voices loud and they're screaming. It's a nightmare, but I'm not dreaming. I wanna fall asleep and never wake. So keep the vices coming, babe. So watch me as I fall. The devil is real and he takes the whiskey and the way I'm slowly marching to the... Hit her on a line just past 3. Crushed heart, crushed oxy. Everybody just want fame, but they don't want the truth. Light it up, drink it up, rough it up. I guess I'm up now. Sniff it up, give it up, blow it up. The crown is up now. Rip apart this beat. Seem you're scared of me. I've heard your new shit while we're on. Oh, what a mystery. Yeah. So watch me as it's real and he knows my name. He can be lost and he knows the taste of whiskey and the way I'm slowly marching to the... take a risk, my friend. Crossing the 7 seas isn't easy. My only job is in the feeling that me. Believing that I'm not just running the sea. No, I'm like a renegade brave. Either sink or you float. So hold on tight to the lifeboat. I'm tired of playing it safe. So get up or get out of my way. I'm a renegade. You either sink or you float. So hold on tight to the lifeboat. I'm tired of playing it safe. So get up or get out of my way. I'm a renegade. So now I'm moving on. Crossing 7 seas isn't easy. My only job is in the feeling of me. Believing that I'm not just running the sea. No, I'm not a renegade. So if you really know what you're thinking, just hold your breath, keep fucking believing that this won't be my shallow grave. No, I'm not a renegade, babe. I'm not a renegade, babe. I'm not a renegade, babe. Put the weight and all the pressure, breathe you out. You got away, but I still carry you around. I carry you around. I wanna know what I've been fighting for. I wanna know what I've become. And is there something else I'm waiting for? Or is the damage finally done? 'Cause I'm done. I'm done. It's hard to watch you over, to watch you from the road. And it's all I got to think about. It's hard to watch you on the road, to watch you from the road. And now the day gets old. Did you speak the words, say nothing at all? And how'd you find a way to speak up when I call? And when your friends say I'm a waste of time, then you can find out on your own. And if it's coming down to pick a side, then you can decide where to go. And it's hard to watch you on the road, to watch you from the wall. And it's all I got to think about. It's hard to watch you on the road, to watch you from the wall. And now the day is old.
Hello and welcome back to the show. You were just listening to the TMA playlist on Spotify. Features local bands from Actually, it's kind of all over at this point. I got some from Omaha, I got some from California, I got some from Colorado. So it's pretty cool. You can discover some good local music on there. So check it out, TMA Playlist. We are live on YouTube. I'm your host, Josh. I have Zimmer and Disney with me tonight. It is our special 420 episode, which reminds me, did you hit that pipe yet?
I cannot say if I did or
See,
did
that's
not.
the thing. The carb is under the neck.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So this is our special 420 episode. What up? Happy 420. We're in Colorado, so we can do this.
That's pipe number beep.
Yeah.
This is an awkward one to hold.
It is. It's very
It's like a
strange.
dragon. Could I fuck it?
Disney is really wanting to fuck some dragons tonight.
No.
But
Yeah.
hey, to each their own, I guess.
It's a way of life, really. Who are you to judge?
Street dragons.
Isn't there
man.
a
They're
whole
the best.
DreamWorks movie about that? How to fuck your dragon?
Yeah, oh my god.
How to chase your dragon?
So speaking of 420, this is the
What?
weekend to be in Colorado.
Of course it is.
Have you guys ever celebrated the 420 weekend?
No.
Not for many years.
Like, have you ever gone down to the festival or anything like that?
Why? That 420 happens twice a day, every day. What makes today or tomorrow any different when you live in Colorado?
I totally agree with that. But for tourists, it's a very fun thing to go do.
Learn to drive.
I've been to one Civic Center rally in the time that it's been legal. I went to the Boulder actual protest rallies, the OG days, back before it was legal. So those were a lot of fun, especially because it was like a protest. It was like everyone's getting together, like, legalize weed, man. We're in Boulder. See you. Legalize it, man. It's everything you want, dude. And then it got legalized, and then Boulder got shut down, and so all those people moved to Civic Center Park, man, and they're all the same guys, but they're just like, man, it's so cool that we can just smoke in this park all the time. By the way, clean up your fucking trash if you're going down to Civic Center Park this
So you're
weekend.
talking about hanging out with a bunch of wooks?
Yeah, pretty much.
I like your stoner guy voice.
Um,
It's fantastic.
No, seriously though, if you're going down to Civic Center Park this weekend, please pick up your trash.
For the love of God.
And the trash cans
Keep
are gonna
calling out
overflow because the city doesn't care about 420. I mean, they care about it, but they don't care enough to like really put staff on there. I don't feel like. So trash cans are gonna overflow. Maybe do your part. Pick up a little trash. You're all hippies. Like, come on now, right?
Save
You gotta
the,
save the planet and shit. So
I'm sure they could use a squad of people there like the day after 422. So when y'all are on your hangover about to drive home, stop by the park, pick up
just
some
pick
trash.
up a little bit of trash. Just help out.
And share your weed with homeless people. That's their home. Civic Center Park. That's
It's
that's
so
the homeless
true.
people's home, man.
It's so true. It's I mean,
smoke a guy up, man. He's having a hard time.
yeah. So basically, I have a Colorado 420 guide for things going on outside of Civic Center Park.
Of course you do.
Come on, dude. Have you met me? Last night, Snoop Dogg played at Red Rocks.
I would've
Tonight,
went.
Friday night,
That's $80.
311 is playing.
How's it possible? I
With
hear
Method Man and
nothing about
Redman.
any of these.
Yes, 311 with Method Man and Redman.
Again.
And then,
They play every year, don't they?
yeah, they'll play tomorrow again at Fillmore, I believe.
There.
I
I think they live here now.
311 also played at the
wouldn't
Ogden
doubt it.
last night. So then you have the Carnival. It's the Elevated Music Fest. That is at Bar Ranch in Gunnison, Colorado.
I don't know what any of that is.
Then you have for tonight. It was 420 on the Rocks.
Is he speaking another language?
Chris Webby. I don't know who that is, but he's probably a stoner guy. He played at the Black Sheep. Let's move on to tomorrow. I feel like there's got to be shit going on tomorrow, right? Saturday.
T.I.
This is Friday. Yeah, Ti is free down at Civic Center Park if you needed any extra reason to go
Jermaine
down
Dupri,
there.
which is really weird.
Dupri.
Do
Yeah.
you even know who that is?
Did anybody,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name in years.
Yeah, I-
Y'all
Say that's
remember
old school
Jermaine
shit.
Dupri?
More of a music businessman than I think he had a hit song.
Yeah,
right?
for
Welcome
sure.
to
80s.
Atlanta where the players play. You
Yeah.
ride on that shit like every day.
The Smoke and Gun Apothecary, which is right next to Shotgun Willie's, is having some smoking deals. You have Your Mom's House, the venue, Your Mom's House, with a big 420 show. I mean, dude, you got everything's going on tomorrow. Red Rocks has stick figure playing with Pepper, and was it? Wait,
People are getting
Stick
creative
Figure?
these
I
days.
don't know,
Is that what it is?
I know
Is that who it
Pepper
is? Stick figure?
I don't know. Never heard of it.
Yeah, me either.
They're
Maybe
all
it's the
trying to be
Stick Figure
bright.
Fest. I don't know.
Everybody's trying to
Someone's
be
gonna
dark back
email
in
me
my
and be
day.
like, "You're an ignorant fuck."
Well, you are.
Yeah. Then you got yeah, there's a sold out show at First Bank Center. All sorts of shit going on for 420 that's outside of Civic Center Park if you don't want to go down there.
Wasn't there a shooting there at one point?
Oh, it was a while back.
There's been a couple stabbings, there's been a couple shootings. Just,
Bunch of peaceful people getting together trying to
No-
smoke weed.
no
and
more than
motherfuckers
any
getting
random weekend on
stabbed and
Colfax.
shot.
yeah, that's what happens when you get a bunch of juggalos in the same place. Whoop, whoop.
There's still a class of people. Like people allow themselves to be called that still. Like have they
I
died
guess.
from like inbreeding by now?
Oh wow. Wow, that's good.
Face paint
That's good.
poisoning.
Um
Oh
You
wait,
can always-
there's an ICP thing out there, isn't there? Bam! I just insulted Kylie. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Kylie.
I don't think she's listening, but I'll let her know what you said.
I imagine she'll see this in the future.
No,
So
she
right
knows.
here,
She knows. We had a good old juggalo night one night on the podcast. You go back.
did you drink
Check it
Fagio?
We should have, but
It would've been
no.
awesome.
No, you
we
weren't.
did not.
What is a juggalo? I don't know. Isn't that
Juggalo,
like what
what-
the Great Malenko
Well,
or some shit
If
like
you
that?
want to know more about Juggalore, go check out the Twist My Arm episode called Twist My Juggalo. Yeah, I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna stop on that one. Dude, there's so much shit to do tomorrow. I work at a dispensary, so I work all day. It's yeah, which is fine. I don't really celebrate. Last year, 420, I loaded all my pipes, every single one of them. Did you hit that one?
Holy crap!
Yeah. So I loaded all my pipes last year, and I had the day off, so I smoked through all of them, which I do have a lot. I don't remember the count anymore. Last I knew, it was at about
Yeah, you're gonna have to take the time to
41
recount
or
this
something.
as well.
yeah. So, God, what do you guys? Are you guys doing anything for 420? Are you gonna?
I'm going to rig up a way so I can start my own go-kart from wall sitting.
Your
in the
trash can
chair.
go kart?
Yeah, my trash can go-kart. I have to rig up a way so that I can get it to start again without having to get off the cart, because once it turns on, it just goes.
Right.
It just goes.
Right.
So like, if I'm not sitting,
There's
in it
no
and put on the
brakes, there's
brakes, I'm just
no-
gonna
there's
lose
nothing.
it. And if I'm actually trying to enter a race with this, like I got to be able to restart it when I kill it, because like I've only ever kept it alive for I think like a maximum of 4 minutes.
Oh, okay. 4 minutes is 4 minutes.
Yeah, I mean
Like
that
you-
was in a
it's
straight
like-
line down a street.
I had the same problem with children. Like whenever I watched a child.
You only keep it alive for 4 minutes.
That was really stupid. Sometimes you got to make a joke with what you
I
got.
think Disney
I
has
have
a
a
little
plethora
content,
of stupid things to respond to that, but they're not exactly friendly for the public.
Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. We can move on from that. What about you, Disney? Are you doing anything for 420? Are you gonna go? I know you don't really smoke or anything,
Yeah.
but are you going to any shows or anything like
I
that?
don't really. It's pretty light weekend for me.
Yeah.
I'm here, aren't I?
Ouch.
Kaboosh.
Ouch.
No, I don't. I
That
don't really
hurts.
have a
And
whole
thank
lot.
you guys on YouTube for being here too.
Yeah, except
by the
you,
way.
whoever's watching that person right there.
It's you.
That has porn in their side window. I see that shit. You. That other person
I
watching.
didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
man.
porn in the side window. I've been seeing it the whole time.
They probably don't realize there's two-way cameras now. These.
Yeah, isn't
like,
it?
you
It's
know,
funny.
the-
It's
the
funny how
internet
that
can
works.
see you too.
It's real good.
I hadn't been paying enough attention up there, but that shame.
If someone's high enough, they might believe that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Cersei
Yeah.
Lannister with the bell. Shame.
I do want to take this time to do this next segment. One thing about 420 that really drives me insane, and it's I get it. It's something that people love to do, whatever. But wooks, bro, wooks are just like I said. I work in a dispensary, and I've never had so many stinky people come in today, than I have today. And I don't get it. And I know, you
Careful.
Chewy, it's a bad thing to say that, and I really tried hard to stay away from the term, but there is no better term
I get you, man.
than wook. And they're out in force. So
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I mean that they're everywhere. There's a nice, it's not nice, it's actually kind of mean, but super hilarious. It's called the Colorado Big Game Hunting Association. It's a Facebook group. And this is like the best week for that because you get so many pictures of just the
Nastiest
grossest.
human being roaming the area. Okay.
Yeah.
Shower.
Oh my god. And I get it, I guess, but seriously, like at least take a shower. They even have public showers now that you can go to that are like outdoors. They're free. You just do it. I mean, just for the love of God. So basically what I want to say to all the 420 wooks out there, does anybody else on the show have a thing that's bothering them from this last week? Anything that's been kind of on your mind? Because I have one more, and we'll get to it. But I want to get to you guys first.
Really, just and I guess I mentioned this earlier. I didn't elaborate on it, and I probably won't now either. But just the annoyance I've been having with, I guess, comments sections in general. I mean, this is just
Oh, you mean like
again, like I love Star Wars new trailer. It was all awesome, and then it's just so much. People just nitpick everything, every stupid little. I don't know. It just drives me nuts. I'm like, I just hate people.
Yeah. So, and I know that I forgot to turn up the volume on the phone, so don't worry, you'll hear it this next time. Well, you would say to basically all of those Star Wars haters and commenters out there, for the most part, is
Yo, killing me with this.
Exactly.
for the most part,
It
yeah.
amazes me
100.
that you have that ready.
No, that's great. That's great. Yeah, fuck off and enjoy a movie, for God's sakes.
I agree, man, and I guess this is a good way to go back into Star Wars.
Round two.
Anybody's surprised at all?
Look, man, it's 420. I'm high. I mean, it's not 420 yet, but I'm high, and I love Star Wars, and I love what we got from this last weekend. The trailer was awesome. On a scale of 1 to 10, what did you think of the trailer,
10, man. It was wonderful.
Zimmer?
It's paced well.
Microphone.
I want to give it an 8 because I still have no fucking clue what's going on.
All right. That's cool.
I'd like to actually know, like, I don't know, some detail or something. Like they're giving it so far away. Like,
Well, you're not gonna get that in a teaser though.
The end kind of irked me.
Which part?
Laugh, just because
Oh,
it brought too much to the table, even whether
No,
or
it
not.
didn't.
No, it did. Whether or not
was
it's
Palpatine.
Either
it
or,
was, but
but either or.
it's
you
a
know what I mean?
misdirect.
So
and yeah, although
Even-
your knowledge of canon Star Wars like may allow
don't
you
even-
to understand how that is
Why even-
plausible,
why even-
the rest of us mere mortals,
Well, but here's
we're
the thing,
like, isn't he fucking dead?
He-
Is this Game of Thrones? Is he coming back from the night?
Well,
King?
the actor that plays Palpatine did an interview, and this interview he was talking about how like, yeah, it's really cool, but it's probably not going to be what you think it is.
which is
Blah
good.
blah blah blah.
Because if it is, I mean, if it's what's your first impression, then it's like, why would you throw that in
And
the
I think-
trailer?
Like I said, I think it's a flashback or it's a message because in Battlefront 2 they had the little message droids that had Palpatine's face on it. So
Right.
it could be a message that, you know, at the end when he's like, crush the rebellion, and then he laughs about it or whatever. It could just be that.
I actually am leaning that way because why would you throw a big spoiler out like that? on your
Also,
first trailer, you know,
There
That
is
was that
canon in the comics and novels and stuff. You can have dark side ghosts latch on to items. Like a Horcrux from Harry
I was
Potter.
just gonna say like Harry
basically.
Potter.
Yeah. And they do it with Darth Vader finds an old mask of an old Sith Lord, and his spirit is still in it, and he can still talk to him and stuff like that. So what I'm thinking is when you see the Death Star at the end and you hear the Emperor's laugh, his spirit is still stuck to that Death Star because he loved it so much. He cherished that Death Star so much. The second one, the one he died on, and that his spirit could be roaming around.
Sure.
in
Well,
there.
like any Force ghost,
Why would
there
he
you go.
cherish the second one more than he cherished the first one?
Because the first one was
Built?
director credits achievement. And Tarkin stole it. No, that was the first one was all about the other guys like Tarkin and stuff. Palpatine didn't really believe it was going to work until it destroyed Alderaan. And then once
Glassed a planet.
and then once it did, and like it was basically a tease because then the rebels destroyed it, and he's
Fuck, build a
he's
bigger
like,
one.
God damn it, yeah, make a bigger one, make a better one, put a shield around it, and I'll oversee things. So I think that he was like, this is my baby, like this is gonna be mine. No one else is gonna be here. So I really think he's latched onto that, and that planet that they're saying the Death Star is Endor. But enough of Star Wars. We're gonna get so into that next week. Again, I'm sure. Let's talk about some Denver sports. Huh?
Sports.
Huh? You guys pay attention to sports? You got yourself a little Huskers.
I could tell you a lot
Stupid
about what's
hat.
going on with the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
I'm
I
sure
could
you
tell
could.
you almost nothing.
But this is
about
a
what's going
Denver
on with the
podcast, so we don't talk about
Colorado
sports.
team.
No, we get into that. Let's start with how are the Huskers, guys? Because you guys are both from the Big N.
Excited for next year for football.
We're looking hopeful. We got a lot of top recruits.
Aren't you always looking hopeful though?
Well, we've been in a rebuilding period. I mean, how do you compare to what Tom Osborne did in the 90s to
Sure.
what we've been having now? A lot of people say we cursed ourselves with Solich. So hopefully the reawakening of a former quarterback
okay.
to the ranks of head coach
There's
will
always,
somehow.
there's always a new hope.
I mean, for anything we're
Every
clean up on
generation has a
recruiting.
legend.
We've sold out now 2 consecutive spring games. We've been
Is that an accomplishment or?
well,
Practice.
we're number yeah, that's a
In a
practice.
70,000 person stadium sold out.
85,000.
85,000.
85,000 plus
For a practice.
people
So
at
ridiculous.
Nebraska's practice. How good
Talking
is that
about
on
practice.
recruiting? Like,
I think it's absurd. I like that.
if you become a top player in Nebraska, you're immortal in Nebraska. People still worship Tommy Frazier.
Does he still live there?
I believe he does.
I actually had a guy.
Unfortunately.
I shouldn't. Well, you guys
It-
know where, you
it-
guys
I
know
would
where
never
I
go
work,
back.
So I had a guy come in. His name was Tommy Frazier. He placed it was an online order, and so I got his ticket, and I was like, no fucking way. It definitely wasn't, but
In earlier news, actually, I just sent one of my signed pieces of memorabilia, a ball from the Nebraska Cornhuskers, signed by Jordan Westerkamp, back to Lincoln.
Mhm.
Kelly's father actually got it signed by Rex Burkhead, who just won the Super Bowl.
Oh, nice.
Bam, Patriots.
That's
How you
the
feel
fucking
about
Patriots.
that?
I hate them.
Yeah.
Um,
This is a Broncos friendly.
are you guys
thing,
gonna
isn't
go?
it?
Yeah, I don't have my
Where are they at?
thing up.
Where are
So-
they at?
Are you going to the CU Nebraska game?
I'm trying to. I found a couple sites, but damn, what section are you going to be in? I really don't want to be surrounded by CU fans.
You'd be surprised when the
remember-
Huskers are going to be there.
There's gonna be so many
My
Husker
roommate's got
fans
a
there.
20 people
Yeah.
going.
So
Dude,
last
it's gonna
year
be
we went
fucked.
to Northwestern and we took over 50% of the seating in the stadium. It was
Yeah,
like
you guys are like the
we
Steelers
travel,
of
like-
fucking college football.
yeah, like whatever. It's a 12-hour drive. Nah, whatever. We got
Fuck
this.
it. We got nothing else to do.
Well, I'll leave at 3 a.m. I'll just drive all night. I can do that, but I'm gonna be there. So I don't know. I got a guy give me tickets to the CU student section. That just seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, but I got a guy give me those on the
I mean,
cheap.
if you get me a ticket, I'll go and see you gear. So I can be like, hey guys, he's cool. He's cool. I mean, he's talking shit, but he's cool.
I just know if you play dirty like you did last year, there might be rioting.
If I play dirty like I did last year,
I'm just saying.
I don't
CU.
play on the fucking team.
CU wrenched our quarterback's knee so hard in the pile that it
Oh,
got
I
reported
don't
to
even-
the NCAA. It was that questionable.
I don't dwell on that stuff, though. That shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
man.
seeing how my starting quarterback sat out the first half of last season.
Yeah. It didn't make or break our season. we had a.
Yeah, you went somewhere and then you didn't.
Disney the realist,
I
Zimmer
am,
the grudge
I am.
holder.
I'm a fan.
It's CU.
No, it's I get it. I totally get it.
every
Every
Saints fan going off forever about that.
Fuck Iowa.
You know how hard it was in high school for me to be like, I'm a CU fan in
Fuck the
Nebraska. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I really don't pay attention to college. I do pay attention to Broncos, and they're doing fine. They got Flacco. They could be good. I mean, NFL is so unpredictable.
Yeah.
You really don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how Joe Flacco is going to mesh with a new coach. You don't know how the defense is going to mesh with that new coach.
I see
Like,
Flacco.
4,
I
5,
just-
6. Like
No.
CeeLo here. Like, are we rolling the dice on this again?
Pretty
Is it a
much.
new head coach.
yeah, oh yeah, totally. It's a new head coach. It's a new it's a whole new coaching staff. No
Is
one
the
from the old
talent
one.
still there.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, you got Vaughn, you got Bradley Chubb, you got Chris Harris Jr., who's kind of holding out right now, but we'll sign him. Flacco's there. Emmanuel Sanders is going to be there. Cortland Sutton's a really good wide receiver. I mean,
There's no former Huskers with the Broncos, are there?
no, we don't draft garbage.
Seeing how Rex Burkhead won the Super Bowl last year. Did you see him break through that end zone?
No,
won it-
I
he
didn't
won it
watch.
all by
I don't
himself?
watch garbage.
Flacco's a better quarterback than
Than
Case
than
Keenum.
Case
was.
Keenum, but honestly, I
But
mean,
I
the,
just don't like him.
the Broncos are in a rebuilding period too.
Right.
They're gonna be trash. It's
Work
not
some
gonna
young
be
guy
fun.
into there. Get a franchise guy again. I know it takes
I mean,
a while.
yeah,
They tried. They got a couple washouts.
Right.
Really, but
we might be 7-9, but I'm really thinking it's gonna be more like 6-10. Like I love the fact that we have other sports in this city to root for, i.e., the Avalanche, who right now, as we speak, I just had the score up. Isn't that a great segue? Aren't I good at that?
you're professional.
Yeah, professional cutting.
Don't
edit
wear
off
your,
the fucking
your
thing.
elbows out, patting yourself on the back.
The
bro.
Avalanche, the Avalanche are up 3-1 right now against
Damn.
Calgary.
In second.
3-1, you said.
3-1, and they're up 3 games to 1. So
This is
they
How
win.
long
Series.
have they been playing?
It's the middle of the second period.
Okay.
So
I feel
almost
like you
halfway
look-
through. So
Hours, minutes.
I would say there's about another probably hour and a half. Because
So-
hockey's crazy. Like it's crazy.
I was not
So
expecting
there's
the
been
Avs to do
about-
anything in the playoffs.
Right?
They barely made the
And they're doing
playoffs,
great.
and that's
They're doing great.
impressive.
Oh, excuse me, Jesus.
Excuse me, Jesus.
I'm super happy.
I can hear that.
I'm super. It's a little hard to hit because it's a little clogged. But I'm super happy that the Avalanche are in the playoffs and doing really well because they got in the playoffs last year and they did okay, but eventually they lost to Nashville because they're way better. Did you get anything? It's pretty clogged.
Very little. I see exactly what you mean when you said it's clogged. I'm good on that.
Okay. But anyway, they got in last year, got their experience, and now they're taking it to Calgary. Like Calgary was the number 1 seed. They had the most points in the West. Avalanche were the lowly 8th seed, didn't have a chance to win.
Yep.
And
They
they're
make the playoffs for like the last couple games of the season, right?
yep.
So took
And
them to
they're fucking taking it to them right now. Like after that overtime win in game 2, we have just been housing them. And it's just kind of embarrassing for Calgary. Like I kind of feel bad for him. But then again, I'm like, go Avs,
Yeah.
woo!
You know, one thing that surprises me and I'm impressed with is the logistics of the maybe I'm trying to make a segue, but the how the we got both the Avs and the Nuggets make the playoffs and they share
They share the
same
Pepsi
building.
Center,
So
yep.
it's like that's got to be just tough.
It's-
logistically like keeping that scheduled.
Oh
And
man.
both in the playoffs at the same
they
time.
prepare for it. They do. And if it comes down to it, like if they're both, let's say they're both the number 1 seed, they'll stagger the days. So
Right, but it's last minute scheduling.
Oh
the
yeah,
cities have
and
to, so-
they have to have people on standby, like ready to go, and they shift from the basketball court to the ice like really fast.
Money.
Cool,
but
they
it's
both made
totally worth
playoffs,
it.
though.
And we had 3 sellout wins at Pepsi Center. That's a thing that doesn't really ever happen. And playoff wins at that. I mean, they were fucking awesome wins. Nuggets came back from 19. We'll talk about them in a second. And Avalanche it was a fucking bloodbath that game 3. We won 6-2. It was a massacre. And so we won 6-2, and then the Nuggets came back from 19-1, and the Avs came back and won in overtime the next day at Pepsi Center. It was amazing. I would have loved to be there.
Massacre.
But
Order 66.
it was-
Calgary.
It really was. Joe Sakic was just like, execute order 66. And Nathan McKinnon just goes out there and just destroys everyone's face.
That was too good. Powering through the pipes now.
But well, I mean, we're almost done here. I just have
Is
one.
that one over there? One
No.
back there. You got one down here.
No, this is actually my
Pulling out
this
of
is
your
one
pocket.
of my favorite little bongs. You can't see it, but it's a Darth Vader bong. It's pretty tight.
Something you had mentioned was the release of this Borderlands trailer.
Did you not
And
see that?
I did see that. I am not at all excited about it. Like
Why are you not excited about it?
well, they broke it.
How do
They
you say that?
broke it at the prequel. Like that game was amazing for Borderlands 1, and it developed a lot and became very fun on Borderlands 2. But the moment they dropped the prequel, it was just like, why did I buy this garbage at full
Yeah.
price?
That was a money grab for sure.
Yeah,
The-
and I haven't trusted them again since. I haven't played another Borderlands title, and now that this next one comes out, I just expect more of the same.
well, this other one is disappointing to me because it's only going to be for PC.
And that takes away its playability because I like to lounge back on my couch.
Yeah. I actually have a feeling that with the announcement of PS5, spoiler alert, PS5 is supposed to come out next year, I think. I think Borderlands 3 will come out for that system. It won't come out for this generation systems, but it'll come out for the next gen system.
It's got to come out for both.
I doubt it.
Mm.
They're going to save that shit. They're going to be like, oh, surprise! Borderlands 3 is coming to PS5.
Zelda and the Switch.
Yeah, and I bought the Switch. So you
I'm-
know I'll buy a PS5.
It took me
Case in point.
until last month to buy an Xbox One. I stayed off that next gen platform for that long because it's why? It's just more of the same. I don't know about y'all. I'm too old to just sit around and play video games, man. I got shit to do.
I do a podcast. So
Yeah, you got shit to do.
I review video games and stuff and talk about them on the show. So
That doesn't sound right.
it gives me an excuse.
Sounds like you're
You guys
making
have
some shit
lives.
up. This man is an imposter.
So that's a good one though. Borderlands 3. fucking- And this episode's getting kind of long, so I'm still gonna tack on the Midnight Devils interview, which is really fun after this.
Didn't finish up with the Nuggets.
That's
but
what I'm doing that right now.
Okay,
I just
okay.
the last thing I wanted to say about the Nuggets. Now give me that. So we came in second seed. We're fucking. I mean, we kind of stumbled in. We lost a few games there at the end, but we still made it in as the second seed, and we were playing the number 7 seed San Antonio Spurs.
How are you gonna feel about all this?
What do you mean?
Bunch of half.
I'll fucking smoke them later.
Stop work tomorrow. I don't need it.
Yeah, what? So they're getting pummeled. They lost again last night. Now they're down 2-1. And San Antonio basically has home court advantage. And I mean, I'm gonna say this first of all to the Denver Nuggets. Because I was so excited about this year, but I totally understand because look at Calgary. Look at what the Avalanche, with a little bit of playoff experience, is doing to Calgary, a team that their head coach has no playoff experience. Most of their top line has no playoff experience. They don't know what it's like to be in that environment. And yes, I'm making excuses. Okay, I get it. But the Nuggets are a very inexperienced team. They've never been to the playoffs. The only person on their team that's been to the playoffs is Isaiah Thomas and Paul Millsap. So between those two and everyone else, there's no experience. And the Spurs have been there the last couple of years. I mean, Popovich has been to the playoffs 22 years straight. So their teams have been there all the time. But this certain group of guys have only been there twice together after Kawhi Leonard left. So
You're still talking about hockey, right?
I'm talking about basketball, bro. But it's sad that the Nuggets are getting killed like this. We still have a chance. We can still do it. We can still come back. But even if they do lose, it was still a good season. We still made the playoffs for the first time in 6 years, and we made a good run. And all we need is a couple, free agents to come over here, and we'll be good.
All right.
What do you think about the Nuggets, Diz?
Go Denver sports. I
don't
said,
give a
I don't
shit.
even consider myself a fan. But I'm like, I live in Denver. I'll support. I mean, I'm like, hey, go Denver. But I don't sit here and call myself a big fan. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Call me a bandwagon or whatever you want. But
It's because you're a Chiefs fan. I
I
get
don't
it.
give a shit. I support the Broncos, except when they play the Chiefs.
Except when they play the Chiefs. That's all right. Chiefs are better anyway.
Mahomes.
Yeah, that kid's a freak. And this
All right.
is the last bowl
Oh no!
of the night. If you remember, if you saw how many pipes we smoked out of, please send in
They gotta hit them all again in
the
reverse.
number you think.
I don't know that anybody can stand listening to us banter another hour.
For another while?
40
No.
minutes.
And this is a good stopping point. I mean, thank you guys for coming on the show. Thank you guys for watching. I know this was our 420 episode, so I wanted to make it fun and just get super blazed and talk about kind of whatever. I wrote some little notes and whatever. It's been fun. Thanks, Evan, for calling in. Those of you watching on YouTube, sorry you didn't get to hear that. But if you would like to hear that interview and the interview with the Midnight Devils, definitely check out the Twist My Arm podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and most places podcasts are heard. The episodes are uploaded every Monday. We go live on YouTube every Friday. You can call us at 508-93-TWIST, and you can email us anything you like. If you like us to talk about something, or if you just want to bitch at us about something, email us at twistmyarmpodcast@gmail.com. You can like us on all social media platforms. If you've been watching this video, please subscribe to the Twist My Arm podcast. You help us greatly by doing that. I want to thank everyone that's listened. We've gotten a lot of hits lately, and it's been fantastic. I love all of you guys. Thanks again, guys, for coming on. My name is Josh.
My name is Zimmer.
I'm Disney. I like to fuck dragons.
And we are the Twist My Arm podcast. We'll talk to you next week.
The Twist My Arm crew thanks you for listening to this episode of the Twist My Arm podcast. The Twist My Arm podcast theme song was written and performed by the Hot Dang Gang.